Good evening, friends. I'm Cassandra Joan Butler, Agent 56 with the Cosmic Intelligence Agency, bringing to you the cosmic connections for this week. And boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Are we being seen? Okay, live viewers. Okay, I'm seeing some viewers, but not the comments here. Well, I'm just going to plug right along. All right, friends. I hope you're doing well. I hope you've been doing a lot of deep breathing this week, because the last time we met, we were talking about the quarter square. And that quarter square took place a little bit after 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And of course, remember what we talked about last week, that square represented the heralding of something new, an announcement. It was the cock crowing at dawn, something brand new in your life, brand new in the world, 22 degrees of Libra. So I don't know about you, but my head is still spinning, and Saturday's assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump is really visceral, I think, for us all. Very visceral, very upsetting, and very in need of investigation, and in need of moving through all the moving parts of the investigation and trying to get to the quicks of it, right? So I don't know about you, but it's just been very unsettling. And we have to look at the astrology for a little guidance to see what the heck is going on. Rebecca, hi Piscean, hi Louise, hi Jennifer, greetings. Thank you for being here. So we're going to do a lot tonight. And by the way, I don't know if anyone is familiar with the Medal of Honor winner, David Bellavia. I really wanted to see him at the Republican National Convention speak. He is something of a hometown hero. I don't know if anyone saw him speak or if he hasn't spoken. He's an amazing person. He works at the same, I shouldn't say he really works there. I just appear there. He's got a bona fide job at WBEN Radio. So, of course, I know David, and he's an amazing individual. Again, Medal of Honor winner. And hails from Batavia, I believe, but he's a Western New York hero. Hi, Norma. Hi, Diane. Nice to see you all. So I hope we're all kind of recovering. It's one of those events in human history when we go through it. We all remember where we were, right? Just like the other big events. This happened at 6/11. We all knew where we were at 9/11 of 2001. Well, in any case, we're going to talk a little bit about that chart. Hi, Joan. Hello, good evening. Are you here or there? By the way, it's. I think I have it in the beginning. Please, number one, check out the wonderful offerings at the Cosmic Intelligence Agency, becoming a member, receiving all the articles, many of which are free, including Time Lords magazine. So do sign up for the Cosmic Intelligence Agency. This is my little commercial. And please sign up for my Substack. I'm going to be doing a lot of different offerings, not just writing, but maybe doing some videos and doing horoscopes for people. That's on the entrance page as well. And I also put an invitation out to you to come to my Cosmic Shift class at Lilydale on Friday morning at 9:30 in the morning. You can do that virtually. You can do that in the flesh. And, very aptly named, right? The Cosmic Shift of 2024. And we're seeing things shift quickly. It feels a little unnerving, everything that's going so quickly all the time. So let's bring in some astrology friends. Hi, Terry. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Lucas. Love and light to you. Hi, Paula. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Candy. Good evening. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you. So full moon is our focus in the phase of Cancer, and that takes place on Sunday at 6:49 in the morning. But before we get to that, let's go back and take a look at the moment when everything changed, just like the Sabian symbol announced. the rooster sounds an alert at dawn, the heralding of a new life, a new day. That took place a little bit after 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And we know now, of course, the timeline that the former president had shots rain on him at 6:11. Why did he survive? I mean, there's a lot of flutter on the internet, and people are talking about false flag and magic shows and all this. And a lot of people are saying, well, it's providence, it's God's grace. And yeah, I veer towards God's grace, because I look at astrology as a divine intervening tool that we can understand, that's made from not humans, right? Creator God created the heavens. In the beginning, the heavens and the earth were created. The lights will be shown as signs to guide us. So I see astrology as a very divine science, right? So the astrology clearly shows that he was protected. What's the protective sign and planet? Is Jupiter. The moon at the quarter light was on top of Donald J. Trump's Jupiter. So it was the motions of caretaking the moon on top of Santa Claus. And while Jupiter transiting is not exactly on his sun yet, it's still in Jupiter. It's still in the sign of Gemini, and it's still casting its waves of benefit with the Gemini people and the Gemini parts of our charts, right? So we also had, and dear friends, please take a look at wherever 26 degrees of Taurus falls in your chart, because that was a big cosmic event, and it peaked this particular Monday around 10 a.m. That's Eastern Daylight Time. Mars is action. Mars is focus. Uranus is surprise, unpredictable. And Mars is also violence. So we have Mars conjunct Uranus, an unpredictable act of violence was taking place on the international stage with the attempted assassination of Donald J. Trump. Now, this is where it got problematic, because this conjunction was squaring Trump's rising sign. The rising sign is the first layer of who we are. It's like our psychic skin, as it were. It's our spiritual skin. It's our covering, our image, our persona. And that was exactly squaring his Leo part of his chart, which has his Mars there too. So Mars was squaring Mars. And yet that iconic picture of him raising his hand and not saying, I'm not trying to make a joke about this, but the presence of mind for someone to think about the country, USA, and use the word fight was astonishing. If I stub my toe, sometimes I say much more colorful words that you wouldn't expect out of my mouth. I was amazed. That was an amazing moment. And of course, he's a Leo rising. And many pundits are talking about the lion was roaring. The lion was recovering in that moment. I think his daughter-in-law, Laura Trump, was speaking of him as being the lion that was rising when he ascended after the assault. Now, there's something else about this chart, and it really requires me to talk a little bit about Black Moon Lilith, because Black Moon Lilith in the sky was trining Pluto. When you look at Pluto, Pluto's the underground, Pluto's manipulation, Pluto's in Aquarius, and it was trining exactly Black Moon Lilith, which can be the asteroid or placement in our chart, which is fringy, which is secretive. I Spy, Glenn Close from that movie Fatal Attraction fits the role of Black Moon Lilith, the female thwarted and angry and taking action. That's Black Moon Lilith, one aspect of her as an archetype. And she was trining Pluto, which is digging up the garbage and the power and manipulation of powerful entities. So in this chart, it wasn't affecting Trump. It was affecting the entire atmosphere, as it were. So there's a nefarious, secretive aspect about this moment when the attempted assassination took place. Now, right before I started to come and speak with you, Fox News was reporting that rally goers were saying that there was a suspicious person in the crowd, and 30 full minutes before the shots rang out, they have it on tape. You can see it. I'm sure other news agencies will be sharing it. BBC also is the first organization that came out with, hey, there were people in the crowd that were saying that there's a guy with a gun within sights of the president. Anyway, this new evidence that just came out was listed at 5:41 p.m. a suspicious person with a rangefinder. So this is all coming out. And that makes sense because this was a suspicious moment. Black Moon, Lilith, and Pluto were all in alignment under the light of the quarter moon. He was protected. He had all that Jupiter stuff. Okay? I hope you had a protected weekend as well, wherever you find Jupiter in Gemini in your chart. Tonight, we are expecting this phase to take place, and that's tomorrow, friends. Very, very important day tomorrow around 10:49. That's when we go into the gibbous phase of our Cancer cycle. What's gibbous? Gibbous is the psychic, intuitive, anticipatory phase of our month. It takes place a couple of days before the full moon. We're kind of jacked up with more intuition. But what I love about this particular gibbous phase, a couple of days before the full moon, is the Sabian symbol. It's one of my favorites. It's called a sculptor's vision is slowly taking form. It's the idea of being able to manifest something where you find Sagittarius in your chart. And it's a beautiful Sagittarius gibbous cycle. It's trining Mercury. It's trining our friend Chiron. So we have a grand trine in fire tomorrow night. That's at 10:49 p.m. is when it's peaking Eastern Daylight Time. One of the best times of the year, in some ways, to do some manifestation work, to send out those prayers, make those affirmations, visualize a goal, friends, and say to yourself, I really want this to happen in my life. Let me assume the posture of success. So that's taking place tomorrow, Thursday. Successful gibbous phase with the moon at the galactic center. Now, the galactic center there, we live in a neighborhood. It's called our solar system. But in the address, we're in the suburbs of the Milky Way galaxy. So at the center of our galaxy, we have 26 degrees of Sagittarius, give or take. So center yourself between tomorrow night and Sunday. Do something magnificent with your vision. Bring out what you want and manifest it over the course. Well, this particular manifestation time would be for another 2 weeks, minimal. All right, so remember that. Tomorrow night before you go to bed or before bed, prayerful time, meditation time, 26 degrees of Sagittarius, galactic center. The sculptor's vision is slowly taking form. Magnificent. And then our focus, friends, is on the full moon. What's a full moon? The full moon is a time of completion, of illumination, when answers to our questions are being manifest. It starts on Sunday, the 21st, and continues for the following week. It's at 29 degrees of Capricorn. And please, I think I just spoke about this last week. When the universe gives us two messages that are similar, we pay attention. Capricorn full moon twice this month. We had the full moon off the Gemini cycle at 0 degrees of Capricorn. And this one's at 29 degrees of Capricorn. So we're looking at the structures in our lives and getting a new feel, a new thought. And Capricorn also represents governments, the elite, power. This particular full moon is very close to Pluto, major political changes by the light of this full moon. Pluto is trining Mars and Sedna, radical action. And Uranus is squaring Mercury, which is about to go retrograde, unsettling news. This is our Sunday. This is our Sunday, and this is where it's falling in your charts. If you are Aries, this full moon energy, theoretically, or Aries rising, is falling in your fourth house. Some news, some illumination about family, about where you're living, how you're living, maybe doing some deep cleans, something along these lines. For Taurus, it's about the way you're communicating your information, your relationship with siblings as well. For Gemini, it's all about the finances and self-worth. If you're Gemini or Gemini rising, this full moon is reminding you to do ways to complete your financial regard. Then we've got our full moon is in Capricorn. The sun is in Cancer. So that's all about relationships, friends, for the Cancers, all about relationships, making relationships the better balanced way. For our Leo friends, it's about taking some time to become very healthy, work on your health, and work on your work on a new working plan. For Mercury, for our Virgo friends, ruled by Mercury, it's all about having fun, taking this beautiful energy and having more joy and fun in your life. For our Libra friends or Libra rising, balancing home with career is the theme for this upcoming week. For Scorpio, balancing your communication with your wisdom, speaking your authentic voice. For Sagittarius, it's also a financial time, looking at your income, looking at ways to maximize your savings and getting rid of debt. That's for our Saggies. For Capricorn, it's all about beholding the other, having your relationships become paramount with a healing point of view. Aquarius, it's all about taking some rest, some much needed retreat, and meditating and praying and getting away from the maddening crowd. And for Pisces, looking at your friends and looking at ways how to maximize your networking and your friendships. So the Sabian symbol is quite important. It's a secret business meeting. That's the full moon Sabian symbol. So what I did, I placed this energy of the full moon on President Joe Biden's chart. Right before I met with you, the latest news is Mr. President has been diagnosed with COVID. Now, when I look at this chart and look at this full moon, we're looking at Mars on top of his Uranus in the health house. Unexpected respiratory issues. Why respiratory? Because we have Gemini. Gemini is a sign, of course, of the lungs. The full moon is opposite Jupiter in the 8th house. That can indicate endings. And Mercury is on Chiron in the 9th house. He may hear wounded words. We know what's been happening with Joe Biden. He's staunchly, like a very good Scorpio Taurus individual, refusing to step down, even though he's getting some pushback from major donors, etc., in the presidential race. He's saying no way. But that's reflective of his energy. He's a Taurus moon, Scorpio sun. All right, friends. So, but something might shift on the full moon. That's the point of me bringing that up in here. Yes, exactly, Rebecca. I just mentioned that. I left that to the end. That's why I put his chart on top of the full moon, because there might be some shiftings or changes after this particular weekend. That's at 10 p.m., Heather. 10:49 tomorrow is when we start officially the phase of the gibbous, when we're more psychic, more intuitive, more willing to tap into divine inspiration. It's the time before the full moon. And the full moon is on Sunday morning, and that takes place at 6:17 in the morning. So watch your dreams also. When you go to bed on Saturday night, you might be dreaming at 6:17 at the peak of the full moon. Does that make sense? Love and blessings to you, Christina, and to everybody else. Debbie MS, nice to see you. Lucas, hi there. Barbara from Berkeley, hello. Yes, nowhere near the center of the galaxy, full of pulsars and black holes. Yes, Ryan, I love Ryan's comment about the galactic center, because in 2022, Ryan, astronomers discovered that the black holes at the galactic center were actually casting out new planets. like out of chaos and darkness comes life. Kind of a neat metaphor. So yeah, that galactic center is in your ninth house. I'm not surprised. Yes, and we have the Lion Gate coming as well. Absolutely. Trump is the lion. Yeah, he's a lion, Leo rising. All right. Hi, Norma. Hi, Lynn. Good evening, Jean. Hi, Janet. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Marianne. Great you guys are here. Hi, Nita. Love and light to you, Lucas. Hi, Terry. Hi, Elizabeth. Great seeing you from Canada. Hi, Helen from Australia. Hello, dear friends. I'm glad you're with me. Let's do some psychic work. All right. I might be better tomorrow night, but I'm here with you now. No, one of the things I do, and I've been taught by some illustrious teachers, is when you are doing mediumship or psychic work, you make an affirmation, you do a prayer. I used to do my prayers silently. Now I do my prayers publicly. So I want you to know that I'm shifting gears. I'm shifting from my astrological headset to my intuitive headset. So here we go. You know how it works. If you're new to this, I just close my eyes, use my thumb, I pick two people, and I just do mediumistic meet and greet. Dear God, please allow me to serve. Please allow my words be filled with love and light and truth, inspiration and healing for the highest and best as we align ourselves with the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay. Okay, the first person I go to is Rebecca H. Rebecca, I'd like to come to you, please, if you're still in the room. I just need a yay or nay that I have permission to come into Rebecca's energy. Okay. Okay, as I'm tuning into you, Rebecca, you're saying yay or nay? I'll wait till she says yes or no. Okay, I'll do another one and wait for Becky to say yes. Okay. Hi, Paula. May I come to you, please? Paula Churchill. Okay. Paula, as I'm tuning into your energy, Paula, you're still there, right? I have to see your name. I have to have permission. Okay, great. As I'm tuning into your energy, Paula, do you have a beautiful, I feel this is mother or grandmother or both, that you used to wear, literally used to wear those old-fashioned aprons and make the chocolate chip cookies. I think I'm with your mom. Chocolate chip cookies with nuts in them. And she used to wear the apron. I'm tasting these cookies. Does that make sense, Paula? You can think about it. Okay. But what I'm picking up here is that you're needing the message from these two female figures, grandmother and mother, is please don't hesitate, Paula, to continue to embark and take part. Okay, she wore the apron. Okay, but not making chocolate chip cookies. Okay, that kind of that 50% is my message for you, but I'll give it to you anyway. I'm seeing the apron. The chocolate chip cookies that I'm tasting or surrendering to in my imagination is reminding you to take part of the sweetness in life. That you've been on a mission and you've been very focused recently. You've been doing like a list, a laundry list, a bucket list of things to do. And you've been accomplishing quite a lot, Paula. And it feels like it's cleaning and organizing and planning parties and planning get-togethers, but capture the sweetness of life. That's the major message. And there's something that's coming up in September. I don't know if it's a vacation or a getaway or a road trip or something where you can just hang out and relax and be still. So September is actually an easier, more relaxing month for you. Because we often think vacations are always in the summertime, but even the vacations can be stressful. Anyone with me with that, right? Well, that's the message I have for you, my dear, but it's coming from these two women, and especially the apron was coming in. So chocolate chip cookies aren't the best for you anyway. They're virtual chocolate chip cookies for you. All right, dear Paula. And the next person I'm going to do a reading for is Rebecca, but I think she's left the room. So we're going to do another reading here. Okay. Heather Lynn, I'm with you. Would you like a reading? You're welcome. Heather Lynn? Just say more. Can't post comments to some destinations. Okay. Heather, as I'm tuning into you, I'm feeling that you might be inspired this summer to redo, to resurrect some form of physical activity you've done and put on a shelf. It feels like it might be a sport, but it might be working out. It might be doing something that you put on a shelf because you've been very, very busy taking care of other people. I'm feeling rackets. I'm not sure this is racquetball or tennis or even swinging a club. But please make the commitment to do this recreational exercise for your health, but more your emotional, mental health as well, because that's what these activities are all about. It's not just physical. So that's the first kind of intuitive feeling I'm getting with you. Secondarily, there's something about you, Heather, that's been doing your own form of psychic, mediumistic connections with spirit. Now, I'm not sure if you're doing this formally or if you're doing this spontaneously, but it's as if you are been working on this in this regard for a while, and you're getting a lot of intuition, a lot of inspiration, Heather. And what I want to say to you is that a little technique you might do is when you're getting these impressions is to write them down. And sometimes you get impressions not just for yourself or your family or other people, but for the world. And I'm going to say, write them down. Keep a psychic, mediumistic journal, as it were. Does that make sense at all? I would love to get some feedback about that. Hey, Judy, nice to see you. Hello. That you are working hard on your own intuition. Oh, okay. Pickleball. That's a racket thing, right? Great. Pickleball is fantastic for you for balancing mind, body, and spirit. And you just train in Reiki. Fabulous, because the Reiki is going to help you unleash a lot of intuition within yourself as well, darling. So these are two things I was picking up for you this summer, and they're wonderful. And I'm not feeling any, I think this is going to be a very good summer. You know, very good summer equals no major ups and downs. Sometimes we don't give credit to boring, right? Or routine. There's no such thing as a boring day. We have routine days. So this is going to be a routine summer for you. But keep with the pickleball, and you'll see the training and Reiki helping develop your own personal intuition and spiritual capacities. All right, dear friends, thank you for being here. Please, please, please check out my Substack. Check out the Cosmic Intelligence Agency offerings. And we'll see you next week at 8:30. And have a blessed week. Bye now.